Hello, hello, hello. This is Aurelia Davis, Educator's Educator, coming to you on a Monday in May. I'm going to put it that way, a Monday in May. These months are going back so fast. Oh my goodness! But I hope you're just enjoying. If you're Chicago, we're having beautiful weather in Chicago, and I'm enjoying every day because you'll never know when it'll change within the next hour. Okay, but anyway, if you have not gone over to the website yet, AureliaDavis.com, feel free to do so. We're still registering people for the Thrive Retreat and answering any and all questions that you might have about the retreat itself. That's going to take place in Tulum, Mexico, July 30th through August 4th. So if you haven't gotten over to see exactly what the offerings are going to be is for this particular retreat, which is for educators just getting together to just regroup. Hello, that's what we're trying to do. Then feel free to go over to AureliaDavis.com and click on the Thrive Retreat and get your questions answered. But this is Teacher Appreciation Week. This is Teacher Appreciation Week. Oh my goodness. I remember when I was teaching and how teachers would be so involved in what they're doing with their students, we forget all about it. And then you would come in on that Monday and you may find a small package with a little bow on a box or something. And then it would just bring you back that your principal or your administrators were telling you that they appreciate you. And it is something that you all teachers need. And if you're in a real good building, this is what's going to happen. Teachers will be appreciated. And usually the teachers are being appreciated by the parents, but it is also important for the teachers to be appreciated by the administrators in your building. So if that's happening to you, then go for the flow. And then, of course, you have always, as long as I've been talking to you, been able to appreciate yourself. That's very important. Appreciate yourself. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. But anyway, I made up a little poem. It's not something fantastic, but in the meantime, I may have to read it because I don't memorize things as well as I used to. But I'm going to spell out teacher and I'm going to say what each letter of that particular name means. T is for taking the time to greet your students in the morning. This is so, so, so important. And I don't remember greeting my children individually, but I basically would, once I got them in the classroom, I would tell them oh, I'm so glad to see you. How are you doing today? So on and so forth. But on Facebook lately, I've been seeing how teachers are greeting their children, especially the little ones with a shake or a hand or a dance or a smile or a click of the head or whatever. So these particular things are very, very, very cute. And I think that's something that each teacher, no matter how you're feeling, you need to take the time to greet your students every day. That's T. E. E is for the excitement you show every day when you're teaching a lesson. If you approach a lesson with that lesson is going to fall over like a lead balloon. Okay. It's going to fall over like a lead balloon. But if you address each lesson that you're teaching in your classroom with some excitement, I don't care if you do balloons or blow a horn or something, it makes the students excited about what they're getting ready to learn. So this excitement has to be in place. Even when you don't feel it, you have to do something to get them in get them excited about what they're getting ready to learn. I have even found out that with the subjects that I was not necessarily enjoying or embracing, I had to turn around and just get excited about it no matter what. And so E is for the excitement you show when you teach a lesson. Okay. A is for setting the achievement bar in your classroom high. I'll say that again. A is for setting the achievement bar. That means every child that comes into your classroom, you're expecting them to go to the highest mark they can in order for them to be successful in that particular classroom. Now, does it mean that every child is going to start on the same plane? No, no. But every child, what I used to do is make sure that every child, when they came into my classroom, they may have been at one level, but if they increased 2 or 3 months or a month, I considered myself to be successful, and I knew that they were being successful because at the end of the year they did not come in the way they started. And so that was very, very important that you set that achievement bar so high that every child in that classroom is going to be able to achieve something. They're going to be able to have something more than when they came into the classroom. They know something more. They know a little bit more than when they first came into the classroom. C is for the challenges that you present with each lesson. And when I'm saying challenges, that means basically you want your children to do practice critical thinking skills. You want them to be able to think on their feet. So you not only present a lesson in the way of what the lesson is about and what they're going to learn, but you want to present questions so that they will be able to have challenges and make them a little bit more anxious about what you're teaching them. So the challenges need to be in place. You don't need to answer all the questions. That's what I'm basically trying to say. You don't need to answer all of their questions. Give them the opportunity to go back. Well, Miss Davis, is this such and such? Why don't you go back and find out and tell me and then come back and tell us what you found? So presenting challenges in lessons, you don't want to give all the answers at the same time. You don't want to give all the answers immediately. You want the lessons to be so challenging that when you come out of that lesson, they have learned something. They have learned something. So that's for C. H is for helping each child achieve their potential. Helping each child achieve their potential. Now, are all the children going to be on the same plane? No. That's why you teach individually to each child so that every child has a mark that you want them to reach. Johnny's mark may not be the same as Lucy's mark, okay? Sally's mark may not be the same as James's mark. So you want them to reach their potential, each child to reach their own potential so that they can grow and they can feel the growth and you can see the growth as to what's happening to them in your classroom. E, I'm sorry. E is evaluating each child. E means evaluating each child to the point where you are taking each child individually and deciding exactly what they need to learn and what they need to learn in that classroom and what their weaknesses are, identifying their weaknesses and identifying their strengths. And those strengths you want to build on, but those weaknesses, you want them, when you finish with that child throughout the year, you want them to have less weaknesses than they do and more strengths. In other words, those weaknesses should be eventually to the point where they evaporate or they leave, so they may have been weak in adding. They may have been weak in adding two numbers together. So you build on those weaknesses so they become strengths. And then R, rolling out and wanting every child to be successful, rallying for every child to be successful before the school year is out. By the end of the school year, you are rallying for every child to be successful in your classroom. Every child. If you got 31, you want 31 successes. You are rallying for 31 successes in your classroom. So those are my teacher. That's my teacher poem for Teacher Appreciation Week. I'm gonna say them again. T, taking the time to tell each child hello every morning. E, your excitement when you teach a lesson. A, setting the achievement bar very high for every child in your classroom. C, the challenges that you present with each lesson that you teach. H, helping each child reach their potential. E, for evaluating the child's strengths and weaknesses and making them comfortable in what they learn and then making them even more comfortable in what they don't know and building on those comforts. And R, rallying all your students to be achievers and to be for their potential, just rallying for every child in that classroom to be successful by the end of the school year. Teachers, celebrating you. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. This is Aurelia Davis saying goodbye. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.